What is going on, family? Hakiel Speaks here, back with another video, and today I wanted to go over the importance of discipline. And so this one's actually going to be titled Discipline Over Motivation. And the reason why I wanted to talk about discipline is because deep down, I truly do believe that the number one foundation as to what makes someone great and really what separates us all from each other when it comes to success is all in line with how disciplined you are. And so I wanted to talk about discipline, what it is, the importance of it, and just a couple tips on how to be more disciplined. And so first I want to talk about motivation. So motivation, it's not a bad thing. We've all in some shape or form, have been motivated by something. Whether it be, movie, music, or, motivational speech. Whenever you're done, listening to, that speech, you are ready, you're fired up, you're ready to go run into a brick wall, and, you're ready to go 110 miles per hour. That's cool, that's great. But, with motivation, honestly, it's really just an emotion. And, with human emotions, they come and go. So they don't last. And you cannot allow motivation to be the number one factor as to where you're going to go. You can't allow motivation to pull you through to setting the right routines and habits to, reaching goals. Because, everything's all peaches and cream. Everything's good when, you're on your high. You're pumped. You're ready to go. You're ready to, reach new heights. But how are you responding when you don't feel like doing anything at all? And now I think at that point in time, is truly, where you separate yourself between being good and being great. Is how do you respond in adversity when you don't feel like doing it? When you are trying to, reach goals with fitness and you get the voice in your head, I don't want to do it, I don't feel like doing it. How do you respond to that? And at that point, I truly believe that is where we all eventually reach to that crossroads to where we're trying to decide, do we want to do this? Do we want it that bad? That is where it's set between the disciplined and the undisciplined, between you reaching your goals and you not. And so now I just want to go over a couple of things that I think can help you become more disciplined. First off, I want to say discipline is not easy. It takes work, it takes persistence, but it's achievable. And the first thing I want to talk about is you have to first understand how we as humans behave. Now, when it comes to how we operate day to day, we are very routine creatures. So everything that we do 90% of the time is all habitual. It's things that we've done on a constant basis. So basically, in order for us to discipline ourselves to do things that we haven't done before, we have to create a habit. We have to create a new routine. And so with that comes consistency. So that's the only way you can do it. It's pretty simple, but not at the same time. So the only thing that I can really suggest on it is you have to track it, right? A lot of times we'll get very discouraged when it comes to not seeing results. If we're trying to reach a certain point and we don't we don't see the progress, we get discouraged about it. So the one thing I want to say, at least you can see tangibly, is marking the days you are doing, a particular routine. That is going to help you see how far you've come. And now when it comes to, when do I stop, right? When does a habit form? When you look up online, there's so many different time frames. You got 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, I mean, honestly, it's all subjective based off of, for one, how difficult it is for you to form it. And, there's other variances as to why, you can't set a specific time frame. But the only thing I can encourage is just consistently do it day after day until it's not an inconvenience, until you're not having to go out of your way per se. It's already ingrained in you. So that's what I would say. Just continue to stay consistent with it. Push yourself on the times when you don't feel like doing it, and eventually, it'll turn into a habit. But that's really all I have today. If you guys have any tips when it comes to discipline, definitely feel free to put some comments down below. If you really like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and appreciate the support, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.